Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn a typical process involve interaction between a system and its surrounding, and a reversible process involves no irreversibility associated with either system or surrounding, right? As we know that a process is said to be internal irreversible, internal reversible, internal reversible. That means internal reversible, right? So a process is said to be internal reversible. What is the criteria for that? This also called Indo reversible process, right? This is also called Indo reversible process. See, internal reversible, that means if no irreversibility, that means friction, like that friction, or what is that friction, free expansion, mixing, hysteresis, or eddy current loss. That means if no irreversibility occurs within the boundary of the system during the process. That means if there is a system, and this is your boundary. So what is that? When the system will perform a process, during that process within the system there is no irreversibility. That means if no irreversibility occurs within the system boundary, right, during the process, that means within the system there is no any irreversibility. So how can you achieve that? See, during this process, that means internal reversible process, that means internal reversible process. During this process, a system pursued that means during that process a system proceeds through a series of equilibrium states. That means when the system will perform through 1 to 2, when the system will perform, let's suppose during 1 to 2, the system will perform through series of equilibrium state, system will perform through series of equilibrium state. So this is the series of equilibrium state, right? Now what is that? And when the process is reverse, there the system passes through exactly the same equilibrium state, same equilibrium state, while returning to its initial state, while returning to its initial state. That means when the system will reverse, if the system will reverse, that means 1 to 2, the system will perform through a series of equilibrium process, right? And when we reverse the system, that means 2 to 1, the system will executely the same, the system process reverse, then the system passes through the exactly same equilibrium state. That means when the process 2 to 1, there is a same equilibrium state, passes through same equilibrium. Matlab, if you draw a process from 2 to 1, this same equilibrium state will passes through 2 to 1. So when the same equilibrium state will passes, when it will reverse, so it will follow the same path. So it will follow the same path. That is the path of the forward and reverse process coincide for an internal irreversible process, right? So the path will coincide when the same equilibrium state will follow, the path will coincide. So hence what is that? Hence the quasi example, what is, hence the quasi equilibrium process is an example of an internally reversible process, right? This is called internally irreversible process. That means internally irreversible process occurs within the system boundary, right? When the system will perform a process 1 to 2 via an infinite state of equilibrium, via an infinite equilibrium state, when the process will reverse, they follow the same equilibrium state. So the path of the forward and path of the reverse will coincide to each other, and this may achieved when the process will execute quasi equilibrium process. Now what is that? If next, external irreversibility. What is the external irreversibility? External reversibility. Not irreversibility. External reversibility. What is external irreversible? How the system will external irreversible? So no irreversibility occurs outside the system boundary, during the process. That means if there is a system and this is your boundary, so the outside system boundary, it is related with the surrounding. So no irreversibility occurs outside the system boundary during the process. That means when the system will external irreversible, when the system is external reversible, if and only if the outside the system boundary there is no any irreversibility. So outside the system boundary, when the no irreversibility from outside, when the no irreversibility within the boundary, that means internal irreversibility. When the system is external irreversibility, that means no irreversibility outside from the system boundary. So how can you achieve that? That means heat transfer. If you're transferring a heat, that means heat transfer between system and surrounding is an between system and surrounding is an externally irreversible process if the outer surface of the system is at the same temperature, at that if the outer surface of the system is at same temperature as the surrounding or reservoir. That means the temperature difference, this is thermal equivalent, the temperature between the outer surface and the temperature between the surrounding, these are the same. That means delta T tends to 0. That means delta T tends to 0. That means heat transfer through a, that means what is that? That means heat transfer through a finite small temperature difference between system boundary and surrounding. In this process, when the heat will transfer, then the system is an external irreversibility. That means this is a external irreversibility. Why? Thermally, that means it is thermal equilibrium. Now, number third, what is that? Totally reversible, or also called simply reversible. If anywhere the use term reversible, that means it is a totally reversible. Mind it. Reversible, anywhere it is reversible, that means you assume that totally reversible. Reversible, then you assume that internal plus external both reversible, right? So a process involve totally reversible, that means a process involve no heat transfer through a finite temperature difference. If there is a finite temperature difference, so in that condition there is no heat transfer. That means it is only heat transfer through a infinitely small temperature difference. No non-quasi quasi-equilibrium. Changes. And no friction or other dissipative effect. That means, what is that? Total irreversibility, what is that? Heat, that means what is the validity? Heat transfer of heat through a very infinite temperature difference. That means thermal equilibrium. Number second, process is very slow. That means quasi static equilibrium process. And number third, no any dissipative effect. So you know that what is the dissipative effect? You know very well what is the dissipative effect, right? Now if you understand the dissipative effect, there is a one line to that. Dissipative in which work is done without producing an equivalent increase in the kinetic energy or potential energy of the system. So for what? That means if the system will perform a work, so the system will not increase its kinetic and potential energy. That means it will convert into transformation of work into molecular internal energy. Either of the system or the reservoir takes place through a agency of such a phenomena as a friction, viscosity, inelastic, electric resistance, magnetic hysteresis. These effects are known as dissipative, and work is said to be dissipated. In this case, the work is dissipated, right? So what is the total irreversibility? That means heat transfer through a finite temperature difference. The process is very slow, that means quasi-static, and there is also no dissipative effect. Then the system process will execute a reversible process. Now, what is that? Now, let us consider some example. See, this is our system. If assume like that. If this is our system, this is your piston cylinder and this is your piston arrangement, right? And it have some stop here, right? If this is our system, and let's suppose system temperature is T. Let's suppose system temperature is T. Now, if you supply a heat through a reservoir. Let's suppose reservoir at temperature TH, and let's suppose TH is greater than T. So heat will supply from the reservoir to the system. Now when the heat will supply, if there is a state point 1, you know P1 and V1. If heat will supply, the piston, after some time the piston will reach at this point. So at state, this is 1 and state 2. So you have state 2 point P2 and V2. So you draw a PV diagram. You have this is your P and this is your V. So initially there is a high pressure, low volume, high pressure, low volume. So this is point number 1, P1 and V1. And when it is expansion, there is no further expansion. That means there is a pressure P2 and V2. So this is your state. But in this condition, heat will supply. The process is very fast. So the process is irreversible. So you don't have a knowledge about in-between point. What is the in-between point? So the process, if you draw, there is a hypothetical process, you may assume like that. This is your hypothetical process. This is called irreversible process. Now to make this process reversible, so you can assume like that, make this process reversible. So this is your cylinder and this is your piston, right? And this is your stop. If we put a different infinite slice of a weight, right? So you have equilibrium point 1, you have P1, V1. Now if you remove this slide one by one, if you remove this slice, so what is that? The piston will execute very slowly and come to equilibrium. Again piston will move very slowly, comes to equilibrium. Again piston will move very slowly and come it is equilibrium. So during point 1 to finally it will reach at point 2. There is a series of equilibrium process. So during point 1 to 2 you have a locus. Let's suppose P1 dash, V1 dash, P2 dash, P1 double dash, V1 double dash, P1 triple dash, V triple dash. So you may join this line by a solid line. So this process is called reversible process. So during this process, it is what is that? It is a passes through a system will execute from point 1 to point 2 through a very infinitely state equilibrium point. So this is a quasi-static process. So this is your quasi-static equilibrium process. Quasi-equilibrium process. So quasi-equilibrium process is your internal reversible. So this is your internal reversible. Also you may assume like that. This is example number first. Also you may assume like that, example number second, that there is a container in which there is a piston. Now in that container there are two phase. In that container there are two phase system. That means in this condition, if you assume there is a one partially filled with liquid, this is your liquid, and this is your vapor. This is your vapor. Assume this is your vapor. Assume this is your vapor. Right? This is your vapor. At what temperature? Temperature is, let's suppose, 20 degrees centigrade. So when you that means if this is your system boundary, if this is your system boundary, 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 right? Change the color, no problem. This is your system boundary, right? So this is your system boundary, this is your boundary, and boundary at what temperature? 20 degrees centigrade. Now if you supply heat, if you supply heat from a thermal reservoir, let's suppose thermal energy reservoir 30 degrees centigrade. So there must be a heat supply from the surrounding to this system boundary. There must be supply of heat. So during supply of heat, there is a two-phase system. During a supply of heat, the temperature and pressure fixed. That means in this condition there is no any increase in temperature, there is no any increase in pressure though. So during a two-phase region, both pressure and takes place both isobaric and isothermal process through exactly the same equilibrium state. Pressure and temperature through exactly same equilibrium state. So in this case, if there is a two-phase diagram, so this will execute the same path. This will execute same path. This is the process, and that's why this is called both pressure and temperature will have fixed value. So why? Because there is a two-phase region. So the two-phase region is internally reversible process. Internal reversible. Two-phase also a internal reversible process. Now, what is the external reversible process? This is internal, and what is the external? See, if there is a system, if this is a system, external reversible, if this is your system, right? If this is a system, and let's suppose a thermal reservoir, we contact with a thermal reservoir. So if you contact with a thermal reservoir, let's suppose the system temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. Let's suppose. Now if heat will flow from the reservoir to the system, so this is your system boundary. So even heat will flow, if the process is externally reversible process, so what is the temperature of this reservoir? Let's suppose 20.000.1 degrees centigrade. That means what is that? Delta T tends to 0. During this process, During this process, that means if this is a temperature T H, and if this temperature T, so what is the system boundary temperature? What is the system boundary temperature? The system boundary temperature is T minus dTH, where dTH tends to 0. During that process, when the heat will transfer from the surrounding to the system, or system to the surrounding, that process is called externally irreversible. That means heat transfer takes place through an infinitely small temperature difference. That means delta T tends to 0. That process is called external irreversibility. What is the, this is your external irreversibility. Now number third, what is the total irreversibility? See, what is the total irreversibility? See, total irreversibility, that means total irreversible, that means it is internally reversible plus externally reversible. So when we make a internally reversible, so if the system will perform a quasi-static equilibrium process, that means very slow. That means if this is your piston, so on this piston put a weight of a thin slide, right? And if this is your system, if this is your system have a temperature, let's suppose T, and let's suppose TH is the system thermal reservoir, so that TH is greater than T, system temperature. So if we supply a heat, to the system boundary, what is the system boundary temperature? Let's suppose the system boundary temperature, will T minus dTH, through which the heat will supply. That means dTH tends to 0. So this is external irreversible. Along with that, you remove all the slice one by one. So the system will execute in a quasi-static equilibrium process. So the system, so what is that? That means in this process, what is that? In this system, process is very slow, and also heat transfer takes place through a delta T tends to 0. That means infinitely small process called reversible process. This is called reversible process or totally reversible process. Now, what is that? Hence, if you assume like that, what is that? If hence reversible, that means it is internal plus external, both are reversible, then the process is called reversible process. Then that process is called reversible process. Okay. So one note point here is that internal irreversible, what is the example? Quasi equilibrium process. External reversible, that means heat transfer through delta T tends to 0, and this delta T is what? Very important, I am telling you. This delta T is what? If heat transfer through a system, if heat transfer through a surrounding to a system, so the surrounding temperature, let surrounding temperature is TH and system temperature let T. So what is the delta T? Delta T is not, and we assume that TH is greater than T. So very important, I am telling you. There are lots of confusion. So what is that? Delta T is not Ts minus T. It is not T heat transfer. It is not. Rather than we find surrounding temperature TH, system temperature T. So let system boundary temperature, what is the system boundary temperature? When the heat will transfer, T minus dTH. So what is the delta T? Delta T is nothing, TH minus T minus dTH. This is your delta T through which this heat transfer will take place, and where delta TH tends to 0. So this is heat transfer not between system to surrounding, yes, surrounding to system. Heat transfer always takes place from immediate surrounding to the system boundary. That means heat transfer will between immediately surrounding and system boundary. Why? Because heat will cross the system boundary. So what is the system boundary? The main role play. So what is the delta T? Delta T is TH minus T minus dTH, where dTH tends to 0, through which heat transfer takes place. So what is that? This is what? This is your system boundary temperature. Boundary temperature, mind it, not system temperature. And what is this? This is immediate surrounding temperature, not surrounding temperature. Why? Because if there is any system and if there is a system boundary, so heat will cross first by a system boundary. So what is the gradient of heat transfer? The gradient of heat transfer is the temperature between the immediate surrounding to the system boundary, right? And if there is a system, so very nearer to the system is called immediate surrounding. So if this is your temperature TH and the system temperature is T, so first identify if there is a heat transfer. So what is this temperature? So if we heat transfer through this to this, so what is TH and what is the system boundary temperature, which is nothing, it is T minus dTH, through which TH minus dTH, sorry, TH minus dTH, right? TH minus dTH, right? This is your TH. What is the temperature? TH minus dTH. So you always remember like that. This delta T is nothing, it is your TH minus dTH, and dTH tends to 0, through which the heat will transfer. Okay, thank you.